Hello, friends. This is Marie Delusra Chase from Boxwood Learning Center. I'm the CEO of Boxwood Learning Center, and today, first, I want to wish everybody a happy New Year. But I have a friend with me. I'm a little nervous because she's an honored friend, Nancy Bertolotti. She's a volunteer here at Boxwood Learning Center. So today, she's going to talk about her experience at Boxwood serving our champions. But before you start, I want to tell everyone a little bit about Boxwood. My husband Carl Chase and I, we just had this burden. Some people use the word burden, but we love our black and brown, white, whatever color kids. We love children. And one of the things that I noticed when I was here in Union County, I can only speak about Union County, is that we had a lot of champions who just needed an opportunity. You know, kids who were just hungry for opportunity. And one of the things that was happening is a lot of them were being, getting caught in with the law, right? So this is very difficult for me to share. I have a young person who's behind the camera, OJ. When OJ got, arrested and was sent to serve 7 years, that was just a turning point for me. It was a turning point where I decided to take a sabbatical from fundraising and to start Boxwood Learning Center. So Carl and I and a couple of our friends decided we wanted to give back to the community by starting our Boxwood Learning Center. So we're mostly volunteer driven, and right now most of the champions that we serve are young people who are on probation and in the foster care system. So I'm so blessed to have known Nancy Bertolotti. You've been a volunteer for
7 years.
For 7 years,
7
okay.
years now. Yes.
And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a Christian, and I just have a heart for people that are in need. Mm-hmm. And as Marie said, I don't see anybody as any different than anybody else. And no race, no nationality, nothing. To me, we're all created equal. So I've had this, since I retired, I've had this burning in my heart to help. And I have a heart for children, a heart for children. So with this, I was praying about it, and the Lord opened a door. I met a friend, and we said we were going to go. We were going to come alongside of each other, and we were going to volunteer together. This was 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. A friend of mine.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we did, and we were ecstatic. It was a new adventure, and we were ecstatic about it. It was rewarding. It was rewarding. It was exciting. I was like finally at a point in my life where I did volunteer when my children were little, but not to the point where I was available as much.
Okay.
And financially, I didn't have as much to give because I had other things to do. But so now it's an exciting time in my life. It's not like you never are too old to do things for God, to help God's people, and that's how I feel. So with this being said, I feel blessed, I feel honored to be part of Boxwood Learning Center, because I feel that Boxwood is a place where people care, where people just don't say, okay, they want to help you, they want to come alongside of you. It doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter where you've been. They look at you for who you are, and they come alongside of you, and they don't just let you step aside and say, okay, next, but they come alongside of you until they feel the need where you can go on your own, and that's what this is all about.
So I thank you so much for sharing, because you're about to make me cry. A couple of years ago, one of our young people, did get arrested, and I needed help to reach this person while they were on the inside. And you came along. I had a young man. He actually inspired me to, like I said before, leave what I was doing as a fundraiser. My husband and I, we really thought through it, we prayed about it, and we decided to start Boxwood Learning Center. But it's because of OJ. Hi, OJ. He's holding the camera. It's because of you that, and young people like you, that, that's why we started Boxwood. And I couldn't find anyone to mentor you, OJ, when you were away. And I didn't want to leave you in there, by yourself without having contact on the outside. You know what I mean? So Nancy responded. I went up to you and I said, can you write letters to a young man, a young father, who is serving a term in prison? And you responded. You said
I was
yes.
excited.
Why?
I was honored because this is so my heart. I'm for people that are broken, that haven't been born with a silver spoon in their mouth, that are sometimes they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they don't ask for this, and it happens because this is the world we live in, and sometimes unfortunate things happen to good people. So I've always had a heart for people that are broken.
So you wrote to him for how many years?
I wrote to him for at least how many, OJ? At least 3 or 4 years on and off, a few letters.
Okay.
And it was so rewarding because to see someone so driven and never felt sorry for himself, never said that, an entitlement, like, well, the authorities, they put me here and I don't belong here. No, he was driven. He had a humble heart and he wanted to succeed. And I saw that in him. So I tried to come alongside of him and encourage him. And actually, there was time I could have said no,
but you had every reason to say no.
But I didn't see it was just
OJ. You guys can't see OJ because he's holding the camera, but we're gonna have a part 2, right, OJ?
Yeah.
Say yes so everybody can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm losing train of thought because I'm so excited. You could have said no because OJ, you're an African American young man, right? You have 2 children. You're a young man. You had so many reasons to say, what do I have to give to a black youth? What do I have to give to a male? What do I have to give? Like you could have said, you had every reason to say no because,
I'm going to say something from my heart and I don't want to sound like, because I'm white. I've always been partial to people, Afro-American, if that's the right word.
Mm-hmm.
We were raised, they babysat for me.
Mm-hmm. They
were my friends in high school.
Mm-hmm.
They stood by my side. I was bullied. They were there for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been treated better by people that were not of my race. And I don't want to ever put down my race because there's beautiful people everywhere. God created us all equally. And so I guess that could have been something to do with it because I feel that they're very gifted people, they're very talented people.
We are.
Growing up was my best show, Soul Train. I loved Michael Jackson. I loved him till he died. My favorite singer was Whitney Houston. And so even when my daughter went to adopt, I encouraged her. She said, Mom, I want to adopt James. And I encouraged her. And we cried together because he lights up my life. Mm-hmm. He's my grandson.
So basically you don't see color.
I don't.
You don't see age,
but I have to be honest with you. I don't know why. I don't know why. I hope I'm saying the right thing. I've been treated better by people that were not my own kind.
Okay, so I mean,
I shouldn't say if that's okay. It's safe to say.
It's quite right, but what I'm trying to say is that you had every reason because I've approached men to mentor youth who are on probation, and for reasons, you know, they would turn it down or I'm too busy, but you didn't have any excuse.
No.
So I want to thank you for being there for OJ, for being there for OJ's children. And now I feel like OJ, since you're here, we're not talking about you, we're talking, correct us. One of my desire, you know, was for you to continue to stay in your children's life, you know. And there were times, it was during the holidays, Nancy was like, oh, why don't we send, you know, gifts to OJ's children and just put OJ name, as if OJ was.
Yeah.
And even when we stopped, you continue sending gifts to your girls. And I just thought, like, we did life together, you know. We're still doing life together. So my next question for you, because we're gonna end. We could do this forever, but you know, why should someone mentor or give back to local champions?
Why should they? Why shouldn't they?
Why shouldn't they?
Why
Okay.
shouldn't they?
Right.
Why shouldn't they? Because everyone should have a chance in life.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone maybe they have a parent who had to be a provider, and the father wasn't there or the mother wasn't there, and they didn't have the opportunity as the next person to get an education.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we're living in a world where we need to be educated.
Right.
And so, you know, to have a family or wherever God leads you in the mission field, wherever. So, but this is just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one of the things I like about Boxwood, because it's not just like, well, I'm going to give you money so you can, you know, buy candy. And one thing I liked about Marie is she teaches them how to about nutrition, which is another thing.
Yeah,
she
eating
teaches them
healthy is very
Christianity.
important.
She teaches them about you know, education. She teaches them how to go out in the world, and she shows them unconditional love. So that's what I see in Boxwood.
That's for me. It's like that's my faith. You know.
Yes.
It's like instead of me preaching you OJ, right? I'd rather just show you love.
Yeah.
I'd rather, if I give you my word, keep my word. You never done me dirty. But if one of the youth, you know, if they make the wrong decision, we never close out a case. You know, you've been with us since you were, 17, 18?
Yeah.
You're now 26.
Mm-hmm.
We have, my commitment to you is for you to come back and give back to the community. So we have an obligation to follow our champions. That's why I don't label y'all and use other terms, because to me, you know, you're a champion. You know, and it's our job as community members to support you. You know what I mean? So that you can take us out to lunch. So that's why, so we all have an obligation to serve, you know, our local young people at some capacity. We can't hand it over to, I'm sorry to say it, to the government to take care of our kids. We can't hand it over to, I don't know, systems to take care of our kids. We have to be that village again. We have to be that village. Because right now we have about 40 young people that we're either serving or following up with. The burden is heavy. You know, we have young teenagers who are on probation, not in school, and have full custody of their children. So how are they going to break through that poverty if we as community members not become that villager, not become that mentor to say, you know what? You can get on probation and never go back. You can not only get a diploma, you could go to college. You can raise your children to be healthy. But it's not going to happen, people, if we don't step in and do the work. You know, so I'm just pleading with you, whoever's watching this, to look to the left, look to the right, because there's a child, a teenager, a young person who can use your help. And you might be the last person they see before they attempt to kill themselves, because that's a reality. You know, so we have to be part of their healing. And we are part of their healing. So I thank you so much my friend, my
Oh, it's an
girlfriend.
honor to me.
My girlfriend.
It's an honor to me, and Marie's been. I have to say this. I see Marie as a very intelligent woman who had a very high-paying job, and she could be making mega bucks. Not that she's not. And here she is ministering, and God provides.
I was making mega
everything,
bucks.
and she was. She's a very intelligent woman, and here she is. So need I say no more?
Yeah, I have to be here for you, OJ. I have to, like, the future of my grandkids is in your hand. If I don't invest, you know, it's great. I can invest in my children, but if I don't invest in you, what kind of future are we going to have? You know, I have kids who graduate from Box who are in college, trade school, and now they're telling their friends in the neighborhoods where they lived at, oh, go to Boxwood. And I'm like, wow, we can change these neighborhoods, you know. So we have to be deliberate about healing our neighborhoods. So thank you, friends. Thank you, Nancy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
OJ.
You're welcome.
Thank you for blessing me.
Yes. You are a blessing.
Yes.
You know,
Thank
you are.
you.
I don't feel like working with you, OJ. I don't feel like it's a hand-me-down. You're my son. You know, you're my adopted spiritual
Family.
son. You know. No, he's my son because he knows if he steps
Oh,
out of place, he
isn't that
knows.
beautiful?
He knows.
Oh.
You know? So it's just an honor. You know, like we are your cheerleaders. You know, we talk about you almost every day.
Yes.
You know? Yes. So we're proud of you.
Thank you.
Know, we're proud of you.
We
You
are.
our
We
future,
really are.
And your girls are our future. And you know, we're just doing what we are called to do. You know, and I thank you for allowing us to
Yes.
come into your world and to walk with you.
And I thank you for allowing me to come into your world 7 years ago, and how you accepted me and you opened up, and I thank you for that. And it's been a blessing for me to see how far you have come. And
Yeah.
you're never bitter, you're never angry, you're just you're eager
You're
to
you.
you're you.
So
You're you.
thank you. So thank you, folks, for tuning in. I hope to have more spotlights throughout the year of what we're doing to support champions in the community. We're located in Roselle, okay, and we serve the entire county of Union County. Any youth who's on probation or who in the foster care system, or who's a teen parent who cannot, you know, function in school, we're here for you. Our website is www.boxwoodnj.org. God bless you and have a good afternoon.